What's going on?
Hey, everybody, what is up? This is Holly Oxted and
Chad Oxted.
So if this is our first video, hey, what's up? We've had a lot of new followers, so I feel like we need to introduce ourselves properly. We've worked with hundreds of coaches. Ultimately, our heart is for transformation. Our heart is standing for people who are out to transform other people's lives and to give you the experience, the 15 plus experience in sales and marketing, and helping you be your highest potential in what it is that you're up to in the world. So I'm going to let you kind of take over.
Yeah. So we've helped hundreds of coaches really create their client attraction processes, package their programs, and get themselves out of their own way. And today we're going to help you, actually, who would be interested in discovering what's actually stopping you from making the impact, stopping you from really taking your business to the next level and really doing what you're here for, right? Like really fully making that impact and that transformation that you're out for. So comment below, let us know that you're down for that and you're wanting to discover what's going on.
Right? We all have blind spots. Here's the thing, we all know what we know, right? Every single one of us, we have an expertise in what it is that we know.
Mm-hmm.
And we even know what we don't know, right? I know that I don't know how to speak multiple languages. There's different things that you don't know, and you know that you don't know. And it's the blind spots of I don't know that I don't know. And when you don't know what you don't know, then those are the things that are probably getting in your way and why you're not able to move forward. Yes?
Yeah. So example, right? I know that I can drive a car, right? I know for sure that I don't know how to speak Russian, right? So those are the things I know and the things that I don't know. But I don't know what I don't know, right? And that's what hopefully for you, we're going to help you discover.
If you're open.
You
gotta be open.
What you don't know. So who's interested in discovering what you don't know that you don't know, right? Come on, we feed on engagement and comments, and
if you're here live, let us know that you're here.
Hashtag live, I'm open, hashtag replay.
Let's do some discovery here, right? Because let's face it, day in and day out, you're waking up, you're doing the thing, you're I'm on this mission, I've got this vision. Maybe you got support and people around you, maybe you don't, but it's keeping focus on this vision. And for whatever reason, you're not where it is that you want to be yet. And when you can discover and have the awareness is what allows conscious change, right? Yeah. You can make a decision of okay, this is what's been in the way. What do I got to do moving forward? So that's what we're going to discover. So we're actually gearing up. We're getting ready to launch a boot camp of content to clients. We're going to go deep into how do you create this content where it doesn't burn you out, where you can create consistently that is really attracting your soul clients. And any boot camp out there, it is not required, but highly suggested that you do some pre-training and some pre-development work to prep you for a boot camp. Right. Mm-hmm. So consider this your pre-training warm-up to this content to client bootcamp that we're going to be doing. We'll drop a link below that you can register. It is March 13th through 16th. We are going live. We're going in depth every day and what it's going to take to create consistent content, to create meaningful content in a way that really starts attracting your soul clients. We're going to be mixing a little bit of the energetics along with the strategy, right? Because it's both. And I'm really excited for it. So I feel it's always looking to see, what is it that maybe we're missing and how can we optimize and improve the process. So ultimately that's what we're doing today. Mm-hmm. Is let's just start from the ground up. What's the missings? Where do we got to go from here? Right. So do you want me to share my screen?
Yeah, I'm going to share right now. And then, okay. So we need, we must have feedback because we're going to do some sharing, some screens and some drawing. And we want to make sure that you can see. I'm going to actually put this down because I'm not quite as tall as
Yeah,
this.
we are testing some new not new technology. I love this iPad, and I have I have my like digital planner. I have like a folder for all of our clients. Like, so I figured out how to link the computer and everything. So it looks all fancy. Trust me, you don't have to be a tech guru to do this.
Yes.
And okay, you ready? Let's dive in. Let us know. You got to let us know if this has worked. So if we can get your yes, we can see your screen. Wow, that looks so cool. Boom. Right now on the screen, you can see 3 circles.
Can you see 3 circles?
We'll allow a delay. Boom. I'm seeing it on Chad's phone. We're linking through. Going to GoodNotes, opening up the circles.
Aha, we have circles.
We have some circles.
Circles.
All right.
All right. So if you have been to any of our trainings before, this might look familiar. We're going to use it in a different way than we normally do today. But I'm just curious, who's been on some of our trainings before? Who this is like the first time ever seeing these Venn diagrams or how we're using them here? Let us know. Cool. So first things first is, what is every coach and mentor and people that are really out to make this impact, what are they out for? And that is, you want to?
I'm totally writing. I'm writing as you keep talking, and I got you.
Cool. It's abundance, right? And we're going to explain what abundance is to us, but I'm curious what abundance is to you. And
I'm going to call out my chicken scratch handwriting in advance. Here's to all the lefties out here. You know what I'm talking about.
You're like,
hey, I always admire those people who have this elegant, beautiful, like teacher handwriting that's perfect. That is not me, and I'm just calling it out now.
Cool. So what is abundance to us? Abundance is 3 things to us. One is freedom, right? Freedom of time, freedom of location, freedom of all the things, right? Then the next is impact. It's like really making this impact. We know, so if you are our people, you've known from a young age that you're different and you didn't fit in, or you knew that you were here to do something big and really make a difference in the world. Just curious which one of those you fit into. And the third one is profits. If we don't make money, we can't make the contribution we're here for. It's like, the best way to help the poor is to not be one. And it allows you to give back. It allows you to make the difference that because it's like you can make a bigger impact when you have resources.
Yeah, for us, I know for me, like one of my greatest hearts and what I'm out for is to make a huge contribution for sex traffic recovery and victim recovery.
Ooh, floppity flute.
I know. See, like that's how much I'm stirred up about it. Like it stirs my heart. It fuels me. Like I am out to really make a contribution for these people who have been victimized in their life so that they know that they're no longer victims, right? I'm out to make a contribution in children of entrepreneurial parents that they can find their thing and we can make a difference in the next generation. We can't make the difference that we're out for without the resources to do it. So standing up and saying like, I'm profitable. It's okay for me to make money and make a difference at the same time. Let's freaking go. Mm-hmm. Right? If that's you, like,
you want to come a little bit this way so you're in the...
I'm in the thing. Oh, I'm just looking at the screen. I'm in it. I'm present.
So the next thing, how do you get those things? You need to do 3 things. And what those 3 things are, one is attract. You need to be able to attract clients. Now, we have several trainings that we go into depth of like the how to do all of this, the technical aspects, the strategies, the tactics, that type of stuff. But today we're going to go into what's stopping you from attracting your ideal clients. We're going to go into details. So the next is, let's go in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to rate how things could be stopping you, right? And I want you to really take a look at, like really honestly, that something could be stopping you and it could be something we're talking about. and really be honest with yourself. So the number one thing is what we call impact messaging. So you want to throw in impact messaging, and there's kind of three angles of this impact messaging. One is the niche. Who is your ideal client? So a lot of our clients come to us and they're resistant to niching, and what it happens is there's a couple of things here. So we're going to talk about is like scarcity. It's like a fear of missing out of clients, because if you niche too far, you're going to not have as many people to talk to, and there's going to be a money situation, right? And I think, and then the other side of it is that you have so much heart, that you have so much love, but that you're like, I don't want to like let somebody down, or like this fear of like letting somebody down, which is ultimately
or missing out.
Yeah, it's essentially sabotaging you, right? If you let that get in the way of really making the impact for the people that you are here to make an impact for, right? And there are people that really more vibe with you and vibe. We had somebody today, she watched a training of ours and she's like, yeah, I don't really vibe with you. I'm like, okay, cool, high five. And so this is the thing is you can't be amazing for everyone, but you can be amazing for the right, quote, right people.
So I think we even add like people pleasing, because if we move your messaging to what we think that other people want to hear, and you're not speaking from your true voice and yourself, then like that's a thing, and that comes across.
Yeah. So what we want to do is have you rate where this is like over. We're going to just kind of like overall, and if you want to take an average of all this is the only one that's going to have this many kind of
and rate yourself, not making yourself wrong, right? Like this is literally just an observation of like, oh yeah, maybe I do like this. To see blind spots, you get to take a really authentic look at yourself, and I want to just acknowledge what that really looks like and what that really takes, and see you. And so there is like, don't make this mean anything but a conscious awareness of like, oh, okay, this could be what's holding me back. Got it.
Yeah.
Right. And it can be just that, like, got it.
Yeah. And so if you feel completely stuck on niching and really narrowing your messaging down for any of these reasons, like completely stopped, like not moving forward because, it's like there's such a block there to niching down. You're a 10. So it's going to be a 1 out of 10 situation, 10 being completely stuck, 1 being like completely free and wide open. So rate yourself on a 1 to 10 scale of how stuck you are in one of these conversations. So then we're going to keep on moving. Then the next one is community.
I got you.
So this is really building a community and becoming the leader of the community, showing up and nurturing and building value and really connecting. Some coaches and mentors, they want to keep people at an arm's length. They don't want to actually really connect or build a community. They just want to, I just want to be seen from a distance and share my wisdom with the world. And it's like, it could be potentially stopping you in making the difference that you're here for, because like the people that make the biggest impact and have the most freedom and make the most money all have this community. They all have amassed this movement, right? So rate yourself 10 being completely stopped, unwilling, blocked on having a community or really wanting to connect with people and nurture and do that game.
And it could also be like a worthiness too. Like really, like who am I to lead this community? Who am I to like? What do I have to say that people are gonna care enough to out of everyone else out there. Like there's a lot of different ways that you can do this, and everyone is different. And so there's, I just want to open up the space for different things.
No,
so kind of
that's
rate
good.
yourself there, of red, yellow, green, and not make yourself wrong about it.
Yeah, that's good. Then the next one, oh yeah. So then we're moving on to the next one. Next one is content, and this is really showing up, right? This is like that fear of turning on the live. That's the fear of turning on the camera and creating that reel. This is that fear of, really stepping into your power and being and presenting and showing your value and really creating that space for somebody to see what's stopping them and really telling your story, fear of telling your story, fear of really being authentic. A lot of you guys, like, you look like, and that might not be you, but it's like you're trying to be the real estate person with like trying to be super fancy on the billboard and you're not sharing the real you, the real authentic version of you inside.
Which can come back again to the people pleasing, if there's that self-doubt inside of you of like, who am I, or do I have anything that's worthy that could actually help people? Or maybe sometimes our genius is so up close to our face that we don't even recognize or see it, right? And so that can stop us from really stepping into our fullness, as we're already there, we just don't see it.
Yep.
So rate yourself there and not make yourself wrong for it.
Yes. And then the next one. So the next area. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. So you can attract all the people in the world, and that's amazing. High five. You can build this. We had a client, John. He crushed it when we first started. He had this huge following. He could put 1,000 people in a group overnight. He was amazing at creating community, but he couldn't enroll somebody to save his life. And I mean, obviously, we work with him. He ended up, getting to $16,000 in like a month or so, and then like $60,000 over 90 days. And then now I think the last time I talked to him, he had his first $83,000 month. Freaking high five. Great job, dude. Okay. And so he obviously got through that, but you need to be able to enroll people.
Yes. So let's talk about the enrollment process, because there are some things that can sneak up in here that stops us from enrolling our ideal clients. So the first one is really having this, we talk about creating an evergreen program. This just came up. I'm just going to roll with it. Signature, essentially a signature program.
Yep.
So we talk about a signature program and the creating one and the doing. Now, the blind spots behind creating one, what would you say the blind spots are?
Well, this is the conversation that what you do is so unique and you couldn't actually put it into a program. Every person needs to have a unique situation. Everything has to be custom. It all has to be one-on-one, and you couldn't actually do what you do in a group. You couldn't actually create a program out of it. It's so unique and so different that it has to be done the way that you've always done it.
By the way, same.
Yeah, so those are things.
Yeah, no, and it's awareness, right? And so I'll just be super authentic. This is an area that, because what I do is super unique. I go through the energetics of you and your business, and that we create in such a way that you're in your soul gifts and who you are at a soul level. So you're building this in fulfillment and a purpose in a way that works for you. And that is very unique and very different. And it has been a challenge to be able to create something that can handle a large amount and still hold the energetic space. And I believe fully that I got to take on that challenge, because we work with a lot of leaders and a lot of people who work in the energetics, who understand the space of how you hold space. And so if I can figure out a way to be able to hold space for a massive amount of people and still where they get a deep transformation, then I can pass that on to you, right? And so that's why I'm sharing that authentically. There is a way, and we get to be creative because the gifts that you give to the world, like more people need them.
Yeah. And so the other thing that I would say is the willingness to charge for this. A lot of you are, you might be undercharging for what your program is worth. And, doing it per hour, which is essentially trading time for dollars, which is cool, but that if you packaged it into a program, then you could charge $1,000 or $3,000 or $5,000 or whatever your thing is for 90 days or 6 months or a year or whatever your thing is. Could be $10,000.
Yeah, or you're pricing your programs based on your worthiness and the value of your program have collapsed into each other.
Yeah,
is a big one.
So if that's blocked for you, any of those situations, you'd be a 10. One is completely clear. You can charge high amounts of money. You can feel good about the packaging of the program and all of the stuff. And then the next one is what we call the empowered client attraction pathway.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Hello.
All right, so the empowered.
We got our CCO. This is you can't script this stuff. So the empowered client attraction.
This is real life.
Yes,
people.
real.
We
life.
are families, bringing families together. You can have it all.
You can have it.
You can have it all.
There you go. So the empowered client attraction pathway is our process for taking people from an engager, right? Somebody that is interested in your content, to a conversation and be able to actually qualify them. And then the sales process of them actually being like you interviewing them to see if they're a good fit for your program instead of you selling. And so you're not having to prove yourself. You're not having to sell your program. You're actually interviewing them all along the way to make sure that it is a good fit and that you can actually support them in the level of necessary, or that is necessary. So what a completely blocked situation looks like is like you get on a call and you prove how powerful your breakthrough technique is, or how much value you have as a coach, and you're selling why they need to be on a call with you, and you're really pitching your value to them instead of them proving to you that they're committed in really making the transformation that you offer. So 10 is like you feel like you need to get on and actually to show them the value and really prove yourself and like really please and really create it in a way that's going to be best for them and really
or I don't want to create content too much. I might bother people if I put too much out there, or people won't
or fear of following up, because that's another thing. Like if you following up, like if you're like, oh, I don't want to bother somebody by following up with them, even though they said that they're going to be ready today, they'll message me.
If they're ready, they'll message me.
Yeah. When we know that sometimes people need to be poked a little bit.
Like I'm a mom with a 2-year-old. Someone like messages me like, "Oh, hey, yes, thank you. I got a million things going on right now. Let's do this."
Yes.
Right. So there are times on the other side we can put so much meaning that may not even be necessary to put there.
So 10 blocked looks like proving yourself and not willing to reach out, not willing to have conversations with people, not willing to follow up. 1 is completely free and they're selling you. You're having this like you're positioned in a way where you're the expert and they're proving themselves that they're not that they are ready to buy or anything like that, but they are ready and committed to have the transformation that you're ready for.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to speed through here. I just want to acknowledge
Yes.
the time that we have a call here. So let's kind of go through.
Yep. Next one is group success. Group success is being able to deliver in a group and feel good about it. This is like, some people freak out. They think that they don't know how they're going to deliver their value in a group. They don't know how they can make it feel effective. And
my people don't like being in a group.
My people don't. Yes. There's that story of my people don't want to be in a group. And
we got a 2-year-old.
The baby is adjusting the adjustable desk.
But not too low. She did go up for a reason. I appreciate it.
So, yeah. So all the stories about group
people pleasing. People pleasing is a big one that can really hold people back.
Mm-hmm.
Holding on to other people's stories.
Yep. And I'll just keep on moving to the next one. Next one is transformation. And this is really the transformation inside of yourself, and really the
it's gonna take something. Mm-hmm. Ain't gonna even lie to kick it.
Yep. And so the first part of transformation is what we call the 1, 2, 3s. This is around structure. It's like a fear of structuring. So we have what do we call it? We have our systems that we help our clients set up, that so they know what to do every day and that are going to get the results that they want to have. And where, some people are like, oh no, I just need to flow and I need to do this when I feel like it.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. And there's like a don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me when to do. Like, I'm not going to tell you when to work your business, but what we do.
Or what to do.
Or what to do.
It's your business.
It's really the structures that can keep what works for you effective. And so, but if you have this resistance of like being coached and having any structure in your business, like if you can't handle structure, you can't use a calendar, right? You're unwilling to put things in a calendar, and you're oh, well, I'll just show up when I feel like it and I'm like inspired or whatever. Then, those are all blocks and like things that are stopping you from really getting the results and really making the difference that you're out for.
Yeah, because when you have the structure and the systems, even when you don't feel like it, you can actually still be out there. Like,
yeah,
you still be doing stuff. Like,
you can still make a difference.
You can still make a difference. Yes, and there's a way to show up and keep the good energy while you're transmuting and going through the work. When you have your daily 1, 2, 3 set up.
So this is so 10 is completely blocked, and to structure, blocked to a calendar, blocked to like really having any sort of systems really in your business. Then 1 is you welcome it. You're open and you're excited for structures, and you know that it's going to empower you. Next is going to be alignment and really just clearing out the rest of those blind spots and things that are stopping. So this could be, fear. I know we kind of talk about, but we'll just start mentioning other things. Fears of showing up, fear of like really being yourself, fear of setting boundaries, fear of like really leading the people around you, because it's like if you have a spouse or a partner or something that isn't quite supportive, and in like you really standing in your power and saying, hey, this is my mission in the world, and this is what I'm really out for. This is the impact I'm here for. And this is the thing, if I let you dictate if I'm going to take action on this, then I'm going to resent you, essentially. And so that resentment, if you have that resentment, and then being able to set boundaries with your kids and with your family and saying, hey, just because I'm home doesn't mean that I am I'm available. I'm going to message my second call really quick? So then can you
just be in communication? Yeah.
Yeah.
So rate yourself here. There's a lot, even, you know, this goes even deeper. You know, if you're a soul gift, you're here and your gift
Hey, I'm just
is
finishing up a
speaking
call.
through your
I'll be on
words
Zoom in a minute.
and how you speak truth into other people, and you have a block of not showing up fully, then you're not in alignment to your gifts and to your values and to the core of who you are, right? So how do you create this in a way that is in alignment? When we say alignment, your gifts, your values, what your soul is here for, what lights you up, what lights your soul up, it makes a huge difference in how you create in the space that you create from. So, okay, that's my thing. I want to make sure, like, this is my favorite part.
Your jam.
Yeah, that's my jam. And this last piece, I'm putting this all together. I'm going to ask if you can write this because I'm holding a baby.
Whoa.
So this last piece is go team. And this is why I do the writing. I love your handwriting.
Thanks. Leverage.
The chicken and the rooster.
We're just clocking it up over here.
It's excellent.
Yeah, excellent. That's good.
So this next piece is leverage. You know, creating leverage assets, building a team, using tools. So tools and technology to allow you to do even more in a leveraged fashion.
Yeah, it's like it's really, how do you know, I asked the client a question of, you know, how are you going to get to the income level that you want and still working the hours that you want, even though your income is going to be multiple of what you're currently making? Like, you can't trade time for dollars anymore. You need some leverage. You need some systems. You need teams. And so this is like, if you're at, you know, 10K plus, like, these are things that are like prerequisites, right? And so that fear of running a team, fear of technology, fear of really putting these systems and things together.
I think even like the stories that we tell ourselves, like, this is too complicated. I don't understand this. I can't do this for, you know, maybe it's my age or experience or whatever you went through. I got this going on. Like, how can I make this all work? And then, you know, that can lead to overwhelm and analysis paralysis of things, which can also hold us all back. So
yep. So if you are somebody that wants to clear out one of these things, I'm opening up 3 spots for a blind spot clearing call. We're essentially going to jump on and we're going to clear out one of these aspects. We're going to use the technology that the modality that we've created in our program to clear out one of these areas. So if you are interested in this call, comment blind spots below and we can have a conversation, make sure it's a good fit. If you are someone that is ready to take your content and get clients, then go ahead and look for the link below or comment bootcamp below, and we can have a conversation and see if it's a good fit.
How do we get back to you?
How do we get back to me?
There we go.
There we are.
Here we are.
Cool. So we appreciate you so much. Thank you. Like I said, go register for the bootcamp, go VIP. And if you want the blind spot call, you drop comment blind spot below and we can have a conversation. Talk to you later. Bye.